Welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. For those who have been following me, I've been talking a lot about the star alignment between the two hemispheres. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, you might want to go back and check them out to know what I'm talking about here. It's about how we discovered the Earth's flat, basically. If you think you live on a spinning ball, and you want to learn the truth, you check out my channel. But I've been talking a lot about this book, The Desire of Ages, written by a woman, or put together by a woman, but it's very divine. It's like the Bible, but it's more understandable. You can read it, or you can get on audio and download it for free. Now, I recommend everybody who wants to understand religion, understand the whole Jesus story about being an event. It's a man going through as an event, and Jesus is the subject they use in the allegory in the whole story. So when you listen to the story, accept Jesus as any person who can go through this awakening. And it's a celestial thing, it's a spiritual, godly thing that comes about from a celestial alignment between the north and the south poles, which is positive. Well, you could say positive and negative, but on an earthly, looking down on Earth, it's all positive above Earth and negative below Earth, but it's a changing magnetic field between the poles. So there is a north and a south pole, like a magnetic pole between the two ends, the north and the south. So one's north and one's south pole, like on a magnet. And they change here in the tropical gap. That's why the tropical gap's there. People don't understand it. Science didn't understand it. So there's an alignment between the north pole and the south. And I've been talking a lot about this in all my videos, so I'm just going to give you one chapter. Did I write the chapter down? I think chapter 35, I think it is. Chapter 35 in the Desire of Ages. Peace be still. I'm pretty sure that was the one. Now, just imagine that the star alignment's here, okay? This is a divine event in all religion. It's when the two Milky Ways line up. Check out my previous videos. But just in this one chapter, we're talking like there's about 70 chapters there, I think. Could be more, can't remember. But this is chapter 35. And this is how many times it refers to this alignment. You ready? Step by step. So this is moving around slowly, ready for the alignment. This one, step by step. Something right to the point. There's their point. There's two, like when that curve meets this curve. Right to the point. And there's a lot of that described in the Iliad too. That's about the arrows, firing the arrows. And if you don't hit it bang on, you don't get a kill. It'll skim off the shield. That's the Iliad. It's another divine story about the tropical gap if you haven't watched my videos before. It's not not just a war. There's a story. There's a scientific. It's physics. It's all about the tropical gap and the electromagnetic induction, electromagnetic force that creates our realm, creates the sun. Without the sun, we wouldn't exist. It's all there. It's all science, physics, astrophysics. Here's another one. Directed the attention. A door was opened. That door opened, that's the crossing. That's the passage. That's the bridge in religion, or crossing the Nile. Jesus crossing the Jordan, or anything like that. Conformed into the image. That's the alignment. Then we've got stands in the midst. Stands in the midst. crosses the river, close proximity, turn to him, between the tombs. There's the tombs of the Milky Ways, they line up. That's the alignment. It's an overlay. That the Milky Way is a separate star formation that overlays the background stars from in the vortex. You have to check out my earlier video for that. Had turned, Jesus stayed. Oh, so it turned, but Jesus stayed. So Jesus is the sun inside the Milky Way. He stays, but because it's moving, it starts leaving the other stars or the moon behind as it crosses over them, passes over them. That's what that was referring to. The Son of God on high flocked to meet Jesus. They're all flocking to make this alignment. Turned to be free. Maybe freeing himself from this alignment. Because this divine story here is all about death and destruction. But it's not. It's a divine awakening. It's creation. Man's spiritual creation. Opposite shore and even countrymen. Even. It's even for the alignment. That's why I say go read this, but understand my model first so you can comprehend the analogy, the allegory form, the whole story. So the beginning of it all right up to chapter 12, 13 or something, it's about Jesus, the creation, the man, the enlightenment. Don't picture him as being a baby being born in the physical world. He's spiritual enlightenment. Talks all about him up to about 10. Then it starts going into more detail. But then you go into this sort of thing like up at 35. But wait till I get to around about chapter 40, 50. It starts explaining the whole flat earth system and the tropical gap. The divisions. The division here. It's all in there. So, read on, guys. Any questions, just email me. I'll put email on one of my on a video I'll post today. Today is the 22nd of April, I think. Any questions? Just throw them at me. Don't start telling me how you think the world's formed. I already know. You don't have to tell me. No, I'm not being ignorant. I actually know, okay? So, you listen to what I'm saying, it all equates to everything I do in my videos. Thanks for watching, guys. If you think it's interesting, put a likes up and share it, get it out there. Because I am restricted on my own. It's up to you to spread the news. Cheers.